Hey guys, how are you? It is Uzma here, and I want to welcome you to Facebook Live today on Wednesday. Today we're going to be talking about our fantasies, a go or a bust. Just trying to adjust the light in here. How's that? Okay, so today, for all of you who don't know who I am, I'm Uzma, and I am a health and yoga teacher, and I help stay-at-home moms over 40 relieve stress in their lives as their family grows and they try to reinvent themselves. Because as moms, it can be really, really difficult to let your kids go off, and when they grow, so many changes happen within you and within your family because of your age, because of the dynamics, because of life. And so, when parents start raising their kids, they just get so involved in the day-to-day activities of the kids, what the kids are doing, what activities they're doing, what they're saying, how they're doing in school. And slowly the bond between the husband and wife is still there, but what you talked about, how you acted, where you go, slowly, you're still on the, you're still together, but you just talk about everything else about the kids. I mean, most of the time when parents are talking, 85 to 90%, it's about their children and not about them and about their relationships. So when the kids are growing older, you and your spouse might kind of, sort of distance yourself from each other. And so that can be a really, really hard time, because when your kids leave the home or they get older, you start needing more nurturing. You start thinking about yourself, and you start thinking about maybe how lonely you can be, or that there's nobody there when you actually do have this other person. But in all of life, you lose them in the whole translation of life. And then what? Because as your kids are getting older, you fantasize, oh my gosh, when the kids are gone, we're going to have more date nights, or we're going to have more travel, or we're going to have more money, or we're going to, snuggle on the couch every day, and we're going to eat together, and we're going to exercise. We have all these fantasies as women, because that's what we do. A lot of times we fantasize is that, when the kids get older, I'm going to have more time with our husbands, because, we're always thinking about everybody, right? So we're thinking about, I'm going to cook him this meal, or we're going to do this for a birthday. And then what happens is the kids leave, and you're just like, uh-oh, here he is, but I really don't know him, or I do know him, but not really deeply anymore, right? Because you just lose each other. You're sitting on the couch and watching TV. He's on his computer. You're on your phone. So you're watching the movie, but you're not really watching the movie together. You might realize that you don't really even eat the same things, because you're so busy with the kids running out, that you're just munching on things, or you've started becoming more healthy and he's still eating his other food. You might realize that you exercise, he doesn't, or he does and you don't. You might look at each other and be like, do we really even know each other anymore? And that can be really, really distraughting and, upset, because you think that, when the kids are, grown, you're going to have all this time and want to be together, but you've grown also as a person, as your husband has. And so differences can occur, and you've got three choices. You can either improve it and be happy. You can stay and you can be, lonely and just do your own thing, or you can get out. And hopefully it is number one, where you stay and you improve and you enjoy the next part of your journey. And in enjoying the next part of your journey, I have a list of things that maybe can help, because it can really be a very lonely time for us women, because, you've let your babies out, you have all this time, and so your focus can also become your spouse, right? And so what you were holding on to has gone. So now you've just got your spouse. And so you start maybe obsessing or wanting to take care or doing overly for them, because, you still have that nurturing need in you, and you want to be loved, and you want to feel like there's a connection with somebody, like you felt the connection with your children, where they always needed you. And sometimes husbands are like, oh my God, what is this? You're obsessing over me. I'm fine, I'm fine. And they don't get it. You know, even though they have let their kids go, it's different for men than it is for women, because most of the time they're going to work or they're busy with their thing. And the mother is mainly the person who is doing all the organizing and stuff. So, you know, and when they don't react the way you want them to react, sometimes it can be very devastating and hurtful, and you can feel sad, you can feel resentful, you can feel like he doesn't love you, you can feel like you don't connect, but that's really not the truth. The truth is that he still loves you, you still love him, you just need to work through it and find a middle balance, because you guys probably were so like wrapped up in the kids, and so when it's time for the two of you, you're kind of lost, and you need to find your center so you can nourish each other and have that journey that you want. So the first thing is to maybe start date nights. I know that's like, yeah, you know, every night we are at home and we do eat dinner together, but do you really eat dinner together? Are you in front of the television? Are you, you know, reading a book, or are you at the table and just quickly finishing your meal? How are you really having your meals? What you need to do is, you know, go on a date night and just talk about yourselves, dress up, and